Hello, Fel. Take us away.
Hello. Hey everybody, we're here. This is Tall Tales.
This is us, and we're here. And
We're
hello,
we're gonna
Tall
do
Tale.
we're gonna do Dungeons and Dragons. Sorry, my chords were all wrapped together. We are joined today by Eldritch Sugar. Eldritch, if you want to say hello.
Where are you from? Where'd we steal you out of?
Well, you've poached me out of my natural habitat, which is like 3 feet away from y'all's channels. I'm another D&D YouTuber, animator. I make art and people like it for some reason.
Well, it's because it's
Big
art.
surprise.
Yeah,
Big
cool.
surprise that we got someone who likes D&D on the channel. I'm just waiting till one
Right?
day.
Blows
a
my
BMX
mind. I thought we'd never
person.
find anyone else, but yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
All right.
We kicked Jacob out because he's married, and that's just disgusting to all of us.
Yeah.
He had to do like Valentine's Day, which is
Yeah.
like this thing for people with significant others.
Can you imagine having a significant other? Oh my god. Oh. What
Phil
do you
says
even
as
play D&D for?
As
Ugh.
he looks up at his significant other.
My fiance just left the room, and I hope it wasn't out of anger.
Nice.
Phil, this show is tearing our fiancé-ship apart. I was about to say marriage.
It's not a marriage yet.
Fiance ship.
There's still time for it not to be. With
Yeah.
that said, let's get started with the game. So we are going to go to our mind. Everyone can close their eyes. Think of your mind camera and where we're going to go with this game. We're starting in the sky, up through the clouds, beautiful blue sky.
The Simpsons logo flies by.
It's copyrighted.
Oh,
The show of the yellow family, and then it comes down through the white clouds into. Sorry, I just got a thing from Zoom that says 40-minute time limit. It's like, we got a gift for you. You don't have a 40-minute time limit. We're gonna go back to the sky. Everyone, close your eyes. We're back in the sky. We're coming down, and as it goes through the wonderful white clouds, we see a very dark and gloomy kind of smog that's covering a very large city. We can hear the sound of hustle and bustle along the streets. There's, it's a cold day, so you got the heat coming out of the sewer grates on the ground. People are all huffy and puffy and rushing past each other, just trying to get to their job. And we move our way into a dark and grungy alley where we have three figures that are huddled around what appears to be some kind of sending stone. And through the sending stone, we can hear a female voice, and the female voice is saying, "All right, everyone. So it's really simple. There's not as much love as there has been coming from that quadrant. You three are the only wards that I have in this area. So I'm going to need you to figure out what is going on in that city, because it really shouldn't be this bad. I mean, it is Valentine's Day. This is my day. As the goddess of love, I think that it's important that we try and fix this problem before the day is out. Do you read me? Can you hear me at all?"
Loud and clear, like a rushing waterfall.
Perfectly, madame. Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
No, I can hear you. I could definitely tell it was Ulysses because he sounded very creepy.
Yeah.
I
Ulysses,
take offense to that. What do you mean creepy?
Well, it's just the way that you talk has a certain.
I am an
je ne sais
agent
quoi.
of love. There is nothing intimidating or terrifying about love. You're the goddess of it. I work for you. Why are you insulting me?
Chamomile, can you hear me? Can you come in over?
Oh yeah, no problem. You're coming in loud and clear.
Okay. Now, can you explain to Ulysses that just in probably a nicer way than I can, that the way he talks is sort of unnerving in certain circumstances? Over.
I'll try my best, boss. Ulysses.
Yes.
We gotta have a talk about, how you present yourself.
I present myself as Dr. Ulysses Furia, and I am the man who will bring love to this wretched city.
Dr.
You
Ulysses,
see when-
Whoa.
Dr.
Whoa.
Ulysses, can you describe your character for us?
Okay, so I am what looks just like a very standard, like run-of-the-mill human, but with a top hat, a cane, like a dark glowing orb in one of his hands that is his spell focus. He's got a massive cape that rides on the outside of a cowl and a three-piece suit underneath to keep him nice and warm. He's got big cleats That's it.
Okay.
Chamomile, do you want to describe your character?
Yeah, sure. Chamomile is a furbolg,
Oh.
probably a little under 7 feet tall. She has kind of like almost sheep texture fur, and a very soft-looking cloak and mantle over her shoulders. She's got some scale mail, which has been like decorated a bit. There are flowers stuck in between the bits of her armor.
Amazing.
That's really cool.
And then finally, Scoopid Doopid. Do you want to go ahead and describe your character?
Scooper Dupé, he is a paladin de la mémoire. That means paradigm of love. For those who are not paladins.
Wait, his name is Scoope Dupe?
Pay Dupé. Yes. He is...
Because I had it written down how you sent it to me, which is
Yes.
Scoopid Doopid.
Well, that's the way you spell it, yes, but not the way you pronounce it. The pronunciation is very important. He is a very beautiful half-elf, androgynous features, long hair, kind of inflated chest, because he's very proud of himself. He has a plate armor, pink plate armor. He has pink plate armor, very shiny, obnoxious pink. He has a huge shield on the left arm that has a heart in the middle. This is his holy symbol. He has a pink rapier, and he has a bag that is purple that kind of matches the color, playing with the colors.
Okay, everyone come in. Look, I think I'm losing the signal or something. Town, love, waterfall, hole, and then it just cuts off as you lose your signal to Amore, the goddess of love, the one who has sent the three of you into the city of Gloomdusk in order to figure out what exactly is causing the lack of love in this city. You all are standing there in this dark, dirty alley. A rat scampers over your toe, Ulysses.
I stab it with my cane.
Whoa!
It like just fully impales it. You just have like a rat body on the bottom of your cane. It's very gross, very unsightly.
So you were saying
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the image of the goddess of love is gonna get ruined if this man keeps going. Ulysses, you have to behave yourself.
Collecting
Be a better
dinner
person.
in a timely manner is not disturbing, it's efficient.
You need to love every
Puts
living
it in a
being.
little bag.
You
Fine.
ziplock it shut.
You could use a little bit of a color in your attire. Little pink, maybe?
Very well. By the power of love, change my clothing. And
Like darkness in Ulysses' orb begins to like shake powerfully. What happens next?
I use my Eldritch invocation, Mask of Many Faces. So like the pigmenting on my skin and on my clothing just rapidly changes, and then I'm in this beautiful bright pink that kind of matches, I guess, Eldritch's chair and probably Scupe's armor.
It's like a horrifying transformation. Your skin, like the veins in your skin, turn like jet black as your
It's
your
like
bones.
ink running through my body.
Well,
As you assume this like much more pleasant form.
whoa, Chamiore, see, and I point at see, we are in charge of the operation, so I'm hoping you can give us some direction to what we need to do here.
Well, I mean, you heard the boss loud and clear. What was it? Smog, love, waterfall, hole.
Waterfall.
That sounds
hole.
very suggestive. I love it. It's just like the
Yes,
lovers
it
have gone.
does.
Well, we have to move. The directors we will follow. Right?
We will follow your direction, and in the meantime, I will spread love in the streets as if it were a plague.
Okay.
Maybe don't refer to love as a plague.
Well, it's very infectious, and it hurts sometimes, and people have died from them.
It is
so-
very contagious, and
Yeah.
it is easy to instigate and create, and it's also very easy to recover from and lose.
And I'm happy to say that if it was a plague, it would be the most powerful plague in the world, because a lot of people have died and gotten infected by it.
It will
And
be
it
by
keeps it-
our
yeah.
hand.
I mean,
Yes,
if you
that
want
is
to give
true.
it
Many wars have begun.
Why are you defending him? What are we talking about? Okay.
You just start walking out the alleyway. Okay.
we follow her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll follow.
You walk out in the alleyway. It's just like your average, it's a very gloomy fall, overcast day. There's a lot of
Phil,
smog. There's a lot of people
can you
moving.
turn up your volume? I think
Yeah, it's a
people are
little bit
saying
quiet,
it's a little
apparently.
low.
Let me turn my gain.
Or maybe move the mic closer to you, because
People deserve
How's
to
this?
hear
Is
you're
this
beautiful.
any better?
yeah, I'm
Beautiful,
sure it is.
yes.
Okay.
Way
So
better.
you all head out, and it is a very overcast, gloomy day. But there's people, various races. There's like a turtle who's very slowly moving by. There's a couple of gnomes playing on a stoop down the street. But for the most part, people are just kind of making their way.
Wait, a couple of gnomes.
What's that?
A couple of gnomes. Are they male and
Yes.
female? Wait, it doesn't matter. I rush over. Are they of age?
They appear to be of age. Yes.
Okay. I rush over and I put my hand on one of their shoulders and I hold up my little spell focus orb and I cast guidance on him.
Hey, sir, what are you doing? What does guidance look like for Ulysses?
I'm going to say that it like trickles down my wrist from the orb, like kind of like inky smoke, and it goes like across my chest and it like envelops my heart and you can see my heart through my body and it beats once and then it like flows into my other hand and into the guy's shoulder.
So you just ran up and did this to this gentleman.
Yes.
It's
He,
fucking
yeah,
horrifying.
he was just kind of sitting there on the stoop like, I don't know, like maybe we could go to, Jethro's afterwards. Oh no!
Today is your lucky day.
What?
Seize it. Love belongs to you, my friend.
Love belongs to me. What are you talking about? I feel so powerful just now. I don't know what you've
The
done.
power is yours. Is yours. And I go back to
says-
everyone else.
He says, "Carol, get in the house," and he and his wife run inside. And you can hear the sound of the door locking. It locks multiple times. You hear the deadbolt, and then the little chain thing as they are fumbling with it to get it on.
Hey, look, Sippy looks at the situation and goes like, "Oh, Selma,
I
you're
guess
so
you could
beautiful."
say they're
Yes,
getting
they
rather
would be very
lucky in
happy.
there.
Oh, I assure you, yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Are we seeing the same thing?
Yes, I
both
believe we're...
magnifique. The couple went inside the house, would probably be spreading the love between themselves, all over their faces and on their hands, probably. Love everywhere, all over the place, in the walls too, and the ceiling a little bit. So I think
depending
it's
on...
perfect.
Yes, there's some variables there. But I believe we are in your jurisdiction, Chamomile. Let's move away from this place quickly. Post haste.
Yes, let's go.
He follows
Perfect.
close behind.
You guys are moving just through the city. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Well,
I kind of want to see what's up with this smog.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a nature check for me. And then while you're doing that, if Ulysses and Scoopé, if you want to make perception checks for me, that would be great.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to...
I have a -1, so it probably is going to go great. 18, actually. Wow.
17...
That's a 16 on nature.
19 on perception.
As the three of you are walking down, sorry, I have to keep looking at names. Chamomile, you notice that there is this like very thick smog. It doesn't look like it has just come from like the vehicles that are passing by or the the general waste of the city, because you know the city pretty well. It looks like the smog seems to be coming mostly from being generated by something that's on the northern end of the city. Ulysses and Scoop. I'm trying hard not to say Scoopid, because that's how I have it written
Just
down.
think
You can
toupee.
say it like that.
Just think
It's
toupee.
okay. Yeah, toupee,
Scoopé,
scoopee.
the two of you, as you guys are kind of walking around, notice that there are people who are carrying some drinks. They have like a lot of people seem to have what appear to be some sort of sports drink.
Okay.
Like an abnormal amount of people, you would say, that are kind of swigging these down as they're going by.
I see. I look at a doctor. Do you see what I see?
Yes.
Very troubling.
Seems as though capitalism has claimed these people.
Yes, capitalism is the number one enemy of love, and we.
I did not
but
know
we don't
that.
have time to get into that.
I use both of them frequently.
Do you though?
Yes, this coat is very expensive.
But that, well, do you love your coat like you would love a person? No, don't answer that. Let's go. I'm gonna walk up to the person selling these drinks.
You can find like a vendor who's slinging hot dogs, and he's got like some drinks over on the corner of the road. Yeah, just a half-orc gentleman. He's putting a hot dog, put a little mustard, sauerkraut.
Is it morning?
Peppers.
Is it?
It's like
evening?
midday. It's like midday. Mm-hmm.
Good day to you, monsieur. Hello.
Hello.
How is it going? Are you enjoying the day of the lure?
I don't know. I'm not really enjoying the day. I'm just trying to sell hot dogs. Are you here to buy a hot dog, or do you want to have a conversation?
Well, are they made of love?
Hot dogs made of love.
Or with love. Well, anyways, I've noticed there are a lot of people with energy drinks around here. Could you care to explain where are they coming from, who's selling them, what they have inside? Are they evil in nature?
Those questions in order. What they are. He holds up it's a bright orange sports drink. It's got a big H on the front. He says, "This is Haterade. It's I just got a fresh shipment. And people seem to really like it. So I've just been selling it along. It goes great. I can pair it with a hot dog, get a combo meal going."
I would like a combo meal very much.
Yeah, I grab it and I use divine sense on it. Does it have any traces of a fiend, undead, fey, or farts in it?
Fiend, undead, or fey? Or farts, I think is what you said. I think you may have added that to the rules as well.
Yeah, that's just an invention of mine.
Is there any methane? That you can trace.
There's no methane. Okay. There is a little bit of a sort of I don't think that you know exactly what it is, but it's got a little bit of a nefariousness to it.
I crush it in my glass.
Whoa! Hey, that's my. You definitely have to pay for that.
I'm not paying for
I
that
will pay for this. I will repay you by saving your city from the evilness of hatred and non-acceptance in many social levels.
He turns to the two of you. So I accept money. I don't accept saving the city as payment. Are you two with this guy?
I have.
Yes, they are actually.
Yes. I have taken numerous capitalist endeavors, and I also am considered some sort of an adventurer, so to speak. So it's rather difficult when you're fighting giant creatures, and you go to their lairs, and you find hundreds of thousands of dollars and cocaine, crack rocks in the area. So I can only pay you with $100 bill. Is that okay?
Yeah, yes, that is completely fine. We accept that as legal tender, and he'll get the $100 and give you the change back.
He'll lean over to Chamomile. He doesn't know that's blood money.
Holy shit!
What was it you said?
Look at
I said
never
it was.
mind, my friend. No, never. No, don't tell him.
It was
If
fun,
you don't
fun,
say
fun
anything,
money.
you cannot lie.
There's a magical enchantment on it that when you spend it, you get to have fun.
Yes.
He slurps his Haterade.
Probably. Yeah.
You're gonna slurp the Haterade?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Oh shit! Does it make you hateful?
I mean, I'm assuming
21.
based on the name.
Well, it either makes you hate or makes you rage.
21.
One of the two.
You begin to feel a little twinge because you're just Ulysses, just so full of love. As it's one of its pure avatars.
Boundless, yeah.
Boundless. You feel just for a brief second a little bit of that love waver, much like dropping of a pebble into a well. The ripples of hate begin to reverberate within you, but it doesn't necessarily affect you.
It's like dropping a pebble in an ocean. Like.
Mm-hmm.
I felt a brief moment where I wanted to disown a child I do not have.
Ugh. I look at the. Oh, goose are beautiful, sir. Where did you get these rings? Did you make them by perhaps any chance?
I did not make them. I ordered them online through a distributor who I have a warehouse that several other people in the city use as a kind of staring. So the distributor sends it to the warehouse, and then it gets saved at the warehouse for me. When I have to go pick it up, I have to sign for it, and I have to pay like a tax that kind of goes through the process.
Do you know anything about a waterfall?
Anything about a waterfall? No, I do not know anything about a waterfall. I'm happy to continue to tell me about the distribution steps in my process. Needless to say that I bought it online, and that's
From who, if I may ask?
My
Because
brother
it's very well known that you know everyone online. You know their identity. Yes.
I don't know that to be well known. I do know that my brother, I think, is the one who purchased the Haterade. I mean, he like pulls out one of the the Haterades itself. He looks at the label. Looks like it's made by Haterade Corporation.
Do you have their CEO's personal name and address?
Yes, please.
He looks back at the
Label.
So I rolled a natural 1 on whether or not the CEO's name was going to be an address was printed on the bottle. So he looks at the Haterade bottle. No, I do not. It is not on here. But there is a shipping address that is on here. So maybe you could use that. I'm not going to give you this Haterade because I fear you're going to break it unless you would like to pay me for this Haterade.
It seems as though he is disabled and cannot break it. Chamomile, what is our course of action?
Well, I think it would be prudent to go to the warehouse where this nice fellow is pointing us.
I suppose that would be the best and wisest course of action. Something
I
old.
think you should also buy another one of the Haterades. With your fun money.
Yeah.
That is what you said, right?
Is your money made of fun?
Fun.
Doctor.
Money.
Yeah. That sounds very beautiful. Thank you. So.
Is there an ATM nearby?
I love rolling for the ATM. There is an ATM like a couple blocks down the street. Yeah. Okay. There's an ATM.
Okay.
I'll head out of the scene to go pay for another one.
The thrilling Dungeons and Dragons play.
Yeah, going to the ATM.
You get to the ATM. There is going to be a 0.5% ATM charge because it's not with the bank that you use.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers.
Excuse me?
To destroy the ATM.
Okay.
Yeah.
You step back. And daggers begin to swirl around the ATM machine, stabbing into it, and money kind of begins spilling out of the ATM onto the floor.
I pull out a big potato sack with like a stitched-in dollar sign.
So you're just like in very much
He pretends he doesn't see that. He will look around.
I load it up and I throw it over my shoulder and I tiptoe back to the hot dog vendor.
Yeah.
There was an old-timey cop. He had his nightstick and he was swinging it around on his finger, but he got distracted by a pretty lady and his eyes were popping out of his head, so he didn't notice you doing that, I guess. Okay, so you come back with this money. The hot dog vendor is just kind of talking to Chamomile and to Scoop it about his about the distribution of products and how owning a business works.
Interesting.
I did not understand anything you said. One ear out the other, but I can tell you love your work, which is
I do,
crazy.
and it's a lot. It's a lot of fun to be able to be out here, kind of in the relatively fresh air on a day like this. It's just to be good to be outside.
I have defeated a mechanical beast, and it spat out money. There you
Another
go.
victory for the goddess of love.
He pays you like a weird, very clean stack of like 5s and 1s and 20s, all just mixed together.
Oh, okay. I just need the $5 bill, and I'll give you back the 20.
The drink was $5?
No, I'm giving you back change. The drink was $2, but I don't need to. There's no reason for me to have the $100 and the $20.
Friend, I need you to make a change. Go now and find love. And he'll cast guidance. The same weird, like, disgusting visual.
Go ahead and make like a persuasion or maybe an intimidation check.
Okay. Yeah, this is probably intimidation. Just give. Wow, my rolls are insane with this guy. I should play him more. It's +3, 17, 22.
You grab his throat and like begin to like
And like
pulse,
it, yeah, pulses energy and it like beats his own heart.
He comes to you. Yeah. Okay. I'll do it. I'll find love. Is that what you said? Okay.
Yes. I turn back to the other two. You see, happiness is spread one person at a time.
Can't take you anywhere.
We've been to a hot dog vendor at the back alley.
I do have to mention, just in case, but consent is very important when it comes to love. And I would appreciate if you made people fall in love in a consensual manner and not taking them by the neck and using your arcane magics to change their mind.
I suppose that is fair.
Yeah.
Would either of you like some capitalism? And he puts the bag down.
No, part of me being a paladin of love is I do follow the socialist agenda. Just kidding.
Very well.
Yeah.
Then let us
Love
go
comes
to...
in many ideologies and forms.
I suppose we
Chamomile,
venture
Chamomile, you notice that the orcish gentleman who was commanded to love by Ulysses, his veins, just like Ulysses were, are like pure black. As he you see him kind of stumbling around, you hear him mutter to himself under his breath. He's spread love, and he walks up to this this guy who's waiting for the bus, just kind of like standing there. And he goes up to him, and you don't hear anything, but what you see is him go up and grab this waiting gentleman on the shoulder. The two of them lock and make eye contact, and they both begin to shake violently. And all of a sudden, the guy waiting for the bus, his veins begin to turn black.
Holy shit, dude.
And they both smile at each other, and they begin to hold hands, and they walk off into the street,
I'm just
down the street,
beaming, and I still have like bright pink clean clothes. Just
And
as
pink
I say,
skin too, actually.
love is like a disease. That
You
was
see,
that was
that's
actually
what
a
I'm
disease.
worried about.
No, there's no reason
you
to. What we should be worried about is the Haterade.
That is true. One problem at a time.
Yes.
I
That way I can
suppose-
spread more problems that we have to solve later, once they've
Oh,
festered.
good.
You all begin to make your way towards the shipping address of the factory. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We follow
gonna-
Camilla into the
You're gonna be headed north in the direction, Chamomile, of where you believe the smoke to have been being produced. As you are walking along, Chamomile, you're kind of you get a little page on your sending stone pager, and it says from Amore. Oh, and you hear her, she says, Chamomile, are you with the other two?
Yes, I
Okay,
am.
act natural. Don't let them know that it's me who's talking to you. Just I'm starting to really worry about the methods that the two have been using.
Right.
It's weird. It's kind of creeping me out. And more than that, I think it's not only is it a bad image, I suspect that they're using some other magic than the ones that I've been giving them, or they're mixing them with some other magic.
Yeah, I didn't think that your magic would look like, inky veins covering people's necks.
It doesn't. And also, I don't think I've endorsed capitalism or socialism, and they both constantly email me about it.
I just saw a squirrel.
So I don't know what that's about. Can you just keep an eye on them throughout this journey? Is that okay? Are you doing all right?
Yeah, that's fine. If there's a fire, I'll try to put it out.
Okay. Just
Is that the fire department?
I'm gonna just get off the phone now. I just want to. Is everything? The mission's going all right though?
Yeah, we've got a lead at least.
Oh, cool. All right. Well then, I don't have to go over any of the stuff that I got broken up with when I was trying to explain to you the tips earlier. So it's probably not important anymore. Okay, bye.
Oh, wait,
and then she hangs up.
Chamomile, are you listening to me? I just told you that I got a squirrel to be taken in the arms, the loving arms of an eagle, and taken away like lovers escaping their disapproving families.
It was a very romantic
Love
visual.
reigns again. Yes, it was very romantic.
You see an eagle like flying away, and it has like a squirrel that's like shaking violently. The squirrel is polka dotted with little pink hearts.
It can't even contain its love.
And
Yes,
it's just
very beautiful. It was like a scene from a movie.
You know, this is how things like griffins or hippogriffs, that's how they get made.
Exactly.
You're making more problems.
Diversity is beautiful.
Yeah, but that's why all of our churches have like abominations in the like oral bears, like for an bear and an owl to love each other so much that they actually manage to somehow have a baby. It's very beautiful. Like I'm a half elf. That means like an elf and like the torso of another elf had a child.
Oh, I thought that half-elves were created in a laboratory.
Oh, maybe I don't know. I don't know
think
where I
so.
come from. I just woke up one day and I was like this.
Interesting.
Yes.
Oh, euphoria.
Anyways, you didn't hear what I was listening to on the phone, right? It was just a wrong number, but even
It wasn't important, even though you kept the conversation going for approximately a minute.
Maybe
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
a
No, they
wrong-
had a really lovely voice.
Oh, that's fair.
But we won't mess with it. I think you're a cleric of love, so I
Perhaps
You
you,
can handle
have fallen
yourself.
in love.
well, I
What a
mean, I
beautiful-
suppose she probably loves everything in the world, just like us do,
Oh, that's
right?
fair.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. I do have a lot of love for everyone. You two included, unfortunately.
Oh, that's so nice for you to
That's so
say.
sweet.
I'm brushing, even though you cannot see it because I have my helmet on still.
You've been
we-
wearing
we-
like
we
a
could
full
get going.
knight's helmet the whole time.
Yeah. You can like I have a full knight's helmet and like my eyes are two glowing pink dots. And when I move, they leave a trail behind.
Wait,
it's
what-
very ghastly. if you
What
think
what
about
is
it.
what is the Furbolg wearing again?
Like, a sheepskin mantle and scale mail with flowers in it.
Yeah, she's the most normal of all.
So like a genuine, like good-spirited forest being, and two
Yes.
absolute psychopaths wearing the brightest pink you've ever seen.
yeah.
Yes.
It's like she's genuinely like an agent of love, and we're like
Yeah.
overdoing it. Yeah. We're like tryhards right now.
Oh,
Yeah, guys, dial it back a bit.
very well.
little too obvious.
A little too obvious.
You guys
By the
begin-
power of love, and my pink just like slowly tints a bit more gray. Yes.
Warehouse.
Yes.
That's where we're going.
You begin to make your way through the different boroughs of the city. You make your way finally north to this large warehouse, tall windows. There are two large smokestacks that are coming out of it that are kind of billowing smoke out into the sky. You're kind of guessing that perhaps maybe this is where the smog is coming from. There is pretty much no one around this area. It looks like it's pretty abandoned. There is, from what you can see, the only entrance into this place is just one large metal door with one of those eye slat things at the very front of it. It looks looks like the door is very, very sturdy.
So what will be our approach? Will we go sneaky, or will we going strong like love?
I suppose that is
bomb.
a variant depending on our objective. My first thought would be to destroy this location, to detonate it with chemical explosives. But I'm open to suggestions, of course.
I look at Shamir. Shamir?
Yeah.
What is your actual suggestion that we will actually do?
Oh,
Instead of
okay.
Well,
whatever.
technically,
We're-
love
We're
is a
being
chemical
reasonable
reaction.
now. Oh, okay. Thank goodness.
Love
mean,
is
I'm
just
crazy,
an
but I'm not
explosion
that
of
crazy.
adrenaline and euphoria. There's nothing more to it. Yeah.
Ignore him.
Yes.
That only seems to be this one place in. So I kind of think we should knock it down.
Yes.
Maybe we could.
What,
Or we
what's
could.
the use
but
of being
first-
sneaky if we can't get in?
But shouldn't we first talk to them and ask them where the CEO of Hate is, so we can actually go and murder his ass or make him fall in love.
If you think they know, it wouldn't hurt to ask.
Very well.
I assume everyone in the company knows where the CEO is. Right?
Step 1, break it down. And I knock on the front door, and I cast Thaumaturgy on myself.
To do what? To make the...
I knock on the door, and then I cast it, so...
Okay. You knock on the door, and the eye slat comes up, and you see an individual looking through, and he goes,
little pig, let us come in.
Wow. That's not helpful at all. Wow.
what's the password?
I love you. Very much.
You mean that?
I genuinely do, more than anything in this world.
Tell me a poem about how much you love me.
Roses are red, violets...
No, not roses are red, something is blue. It's got to mean something. It's got to be real.
That's a simple starting point, very well. How would I describe my feelings for you? It's stronger than the urge that I have to poo. If I were to face dragons 4, my love for you would be stronger more.
You see the a like phone coming up like this to record you, like as you were saying that. And as soon as you're done with the poem, the slat closes shut, and you hear a bunch of voices laughing behind the door, like, "Oh my God, he actually did it! He made a poem for me."
I put my big pink hand on his shoulder, and I kind of push him back a little bit, and I go, "For the power of love, frappe divine," and I'm gonna poke the door with my rapier and use divine smite on the door to blow it open. And you see like my rapier connects in a explosion of light and pink and hearts and like ponies go out, and it blows the door in violently, like crushing probably the guy that recorded it.
Yeah, the door just absolutely like flies forward with like the force as if it had been hit by like a car. Flies forward. You see into the room there is just the unconscious bodies of these like 2 individuals who've just been smashed up with this like heavy wrought iron door are just laying on the ground like.
I run in.
And
you
now?
spurned my love, and I smack both of them with my cane.
They just.
Then I go,
No.
I
Don't
kill both
hit
of them
them.
for 1 point of HP.
They both. What? Oh my gosh.
Hello there, beautiful monsieur. Hello, monsieur. How are you doing? I am pardon to the word. You might recognize me because I'm the man who just kicked your ass.
It's okay, I don't love you any less.
Yeah, we still
What is
love
your
you. We're just disappointed. We are not angry.
Both of them kind of like look at each other and they're like, "Look, you can have whatever. You can go in. We don't want any more trouble."
I look at him and I go, "Hold hands, please. Hold each other's hand."
Hold. You want us to hold? You want us to hold hands?
Yes, each other's hands. Hold it. Do it now.
Okay. Hey,
Perfect. No, it's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you.
We'll hold hands.
Hold hands.
I
Now
take a
look at
picture.
each other's eyes and say the first thing that you like about each other. Just think of anything.
Roger, man, you're always very nice to me when we're on shift together guarding the door. Is that good?
Roger, what do you think about what your friend just said to you?
Mike, you, man, I'm so nervous, Mike. I can't think of it.
I wanna be like, no,
I'm
don't
gonna
worry.
cast
It's just
guidance.
a relationship building.
No, not guidance.
I wanna do persuasion to calm them down. Like, don't worry, this is just a relationship building exercise between 2 friends.
Okay.
Love can be friendly love. It doesn't need to be relationship love.
This situation
love-
is only as tense as you need it.
Yes.
You cast guidance on Roger, and he
Oh no.
he begins to like shake a little bit, like while he's holding Mike's hand, and Mike is like, Roger, what did they do to you? What did they do to you, Roger? And he's like, Mike, you're very nice. He goes, Roger, oh no. And the two of them begin smile. They're smiling, but they're both crying.
Fuck. You made me implicit in this. I do not really appreciate it.
We're spreading
Could
love.
you- No, look at me,
This
doctor.
is a godless place.
Chamomere, can you please tell him to stop doing that?
The beauty of a godless place is that you yourself
Very
can
into-
become God.
Okay, we're supposed to be, followers of the goddess of love. She's the boss, not us. I don't aim higher, in the company. I think you'd have a little more self-respect.
I suppose that's fair.
Also, we have a work co-op, so we all kind of share like ownership of love with the rest of the world. So it's not like we not even climb the company. We are already at the top with everyone else that loves other people in the world. So
Yeah, can't you appreciate being in the moment?
yeah.
We are in a very horrific moment.
Mike and Roger are still like,
Yeah. Charmamere, if you would help us investigate.
you guys see, it looks like an empty warehouse from everything that you can see. However, there is like one of those like cellar shutter doors that are leading it like down underground. That's kind of pretty much like all you can see. You can see the smokestacks actually kind of originate, they kind of stop into the ground as if there is something further downwards that you can get to.
Where? What do we have here? It appears we have secret base of your operations.
Where have you drawn that conclusion?
I don't know. I've seen too many French movies. It's either that or someone is making steamy love under this warehouse. One of the two.
Yes, I suppose that is rather interesting. Why would there be smokestacks if there were not furnaces on the floor level?
Or coitus. One of the two.
Yes, either a nice bed with a large glass of milk next to it should be inside
Yes.
these smokestacks, but
Yes,
there's nothing.
perfectly. I can imagine it already. Charmomere, what should we do with the situation?
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
So you're suggesting
so
I immediately look
Yeah.
at the doctor. I look at Foria like.
No,
fucking-
hey, look at me. Don't look at him. Look
we
at
drop
me.
fire ants down the smokestacks.
Don't
We
listen
climb up to the top
to him
and
when
pour
he
a big bag
suggests
of rodents and ants.
violence.
Maybe a cockroach. No, that's too
I'm
disgusting.
a little scared of him, and I don't
Me
think
too.
he has our best interest in mind.
But he seems very forceful, and I don't appreciate
Yeah,
that.
that's kind of a red flag.
So yeah, it kind of is like a very
Yes,
pink and
that's the number
shining
one
flag.
behavior of manipulators and self-driven people, but the line is very fine. It's easy to
Can
draw.
you stay out of this? We're having
Yes,
a
of
moment.
course. I'm going to go collect fire ants one by one, and I go outside.
Excellent. I mean, maybe not for the fire ants.
I mean, yeah, fire ants are not capable of love, right? Like, please tell me they are not capable of love, because I could swear I've stepped at least in one in my whole life.
I mean,
And-
you'll have to ask the love scientists.
True.
That's
Well-
not my area of expertise.
I have a
Oh, yeah.
doctorate in chemistry
We are
and a minor in
lovetheists,
biology.
which is very non-scientific. Well, love is not a science. You cannot
Yeah,
quantify
you can't
love.
measure it.
Yeah, it's not like
Anyway.
it's based on chemicals in our brains or something. It's like in our souls, which is a real thing in the D&D world. So, like, yeah.
Mike
Anyways.
and Roger are unconscious, but their eyes are wide open and they're both smiling and crying still.
I'm gonna go and like close their eyes.
This
With,
what
like-
happens. They like open back up.
Chamomile has like the most fearful expression on her face. I may have been right about the godless part. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, you guys have the. There's no fire ants around, but there is this kind of like cellar door leading downwards.
Oh, okay. So I circled the building and I found a cellar door.
Well, there is this. It's in the warehouse, like
in the
it's
floor.
The floor,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, I stand right next to it and I cross like my arms and I wait for the leader of the party to hit the spear of scene, like a spear of love goes through the heart of a mortal. That is nothing dark at the time.
Yes. A doctor, you can come back now.
I did not find any ants, but I did find a small non-poisonous scorpion. I attempted to distill its venom. Do you see this vial in my hand?
Yes, I do.
It's completely empty. That was a waste of about 2 minutes of my time.
Okay. So, let's not waste any more time. I think we should open the door.
Open this cellar door.
Yes.
Okay. I go over to it. And does it have like a lock on it?
Nope, no lock on it.
I'll try and open it. I'm not that strong.
You're able to open it up, and as it opens up, you can see a staircase that's leading downward that's lit with torches on either end. And from deep from in there, you can hear the sounds. It sounds like almost like shouting, and you hear, if you listen closely, it's almost like you can hear music down down deep into the ground.
Definitely some form of coitus. I was right. And you all were just not paying attention to my discoveries. So,
have we been trying to spread coitus this whole time, or
no, we
Well,
haven't. Don't be a
no.
pervert.
no, you do not
didn't
need any
know.
form of
It's the
physical
goddess of love.
attraction.
People have different
But love
definitions
doesn't
of
have
it.
to be physical. Love can be just
Chemical.
more of a
No,
romantic.
that's also physical. What is romantic?
Romantic is when you want to spend an evening with someone
But
you
you would be
appreciate.
spending a physical evening with them, correct?
Well, no, you can also think about someone. We
That
have
sounds very
actually.
lonely.
No, it doesn't need to be lonely. It's only lonely if you interpret it as being lonely. But it can be very romantic to love someone and they're not there, but you're thinking about them. I mean, like, oh, what wouldn't I do to be with this person?
And that's not
But
considered perverse or psychopathic?
but maybe if you date, I put a bet it would be very concerning to the party involved. But usually with normal people, love someone else is very normal.
Let's go find what kind of love is occurring below the surface of the
Yes.
earth.
I agree. Ooh, loving in the deepest part of the core of the earth.
Yes, that's
How
why we're in this,
romantic.
this torch-lit hallway. I'm curious, though, as to who lit these torches in a factory that is only operated by 2 people.
Someone that loves their work, probably.
Is
The
it not
dedication.
the tiniest bit interesting to either of you that we are having this discussion in a hallway that leads downward? It perhaps echoes to some degree, or is this just a comfortable meeting place?
I look at Shimomia. Is it?
I mean, you're doing the one. You're talking, buddy, not me.
Oh, it's true. We are talking.
Yeah.
Let's go. Right?
Let's go. Maybe no more talking.
Lead us.
You make your way down. As you are going down, you can hear the sound of like the shouting, the sounds of like a large gathering of people, like getting a little bit like louder. And you start to realize you do hear the sound of music. As you make your way down, the lights begin to get a little bit brighter as eventually you come to an opening. Looking immediately into the opening, it looks like you've stumbled upon some sort of underground, literally underground fighting ring. There is a large pit that has been dug out of the center of like this large oval shaped room, and there are a large crowd that's kind of gathered over these wooden barriers looking into the pit and like shouting and screaming the names of people who are fighting. There is pretty much everywhere you can see these like large copper pipes that are making their way kind of like around the ceiling of this place. The copper pipes begin to kind of converge in the very back directly across you all being on one end of the oval. On the other end of the oval, all of the pipes seem to be originating from over there. There is on the left-hand side of the fighting ring, there appears to be some sort of like bar that some people are like getting drinks from what you can tell. No one has really noticed that you all have come down. There's a lot of people. There's maybe like, around 100 people in total in this extremely large sort of underground fighting arena. There's music playing. Some people have pulled out some instruments. Right where you guys are, there's a little hook for your coats. That's where you guys are at.
Oh, how thoughtful! And I'm gonna take off my mantle and hang it on the hooks.
Yeah, I'll take off my cape and then my coat, and then my cloak, and then my jacket.
Yeah, it's a hook. It's just like a hook.
I take off my helmet and I reveal that I have long hair and a beautiful mustache that ends in a curved point, and I go, ho, ho, ho. So what are we gonna do now? Oh.
I'm very jealous.
Let's assess the situation.
Yeah.
So we assume that Haterade makes you hateful and therefore probably violent. It may not be that much of a stretch to think that this underground fighting ring is connected to that. And also it's underneath the warehouse for Haterade.
You can actually see that like the people who are like around the ring of this place are all of them are like have these large pitchers of bright orange, bright red, bright blue substances that they're all drinking down. You see approaching you from the center of the oval is a flail snail that has a tie on, and he has like two little hats on the top of his eye stalks, and he kind of like slides over to you and has like a little mouth, and the flail snail says to the three of you, goes, "Hey, are you you guys are the new fighters? Looking for sponsorship?"
Always the second part.
Always look at, hey, you know what I say about capitalism? Capitalism is the enemy of love. So, I'm always down for it. Yeah, we can get you in the ring as soon as possible. We can get you in the ring right now if you want. We got this last fight just got finished up. We can slap a Haterade logo on you. One stalk reaches into the shell and pulls out like a clipboard. The other stalk reaches into the shell and pulls out a pen. Yeah, just need to take down your name, and we need a sign-up fee.
My whole life is a lie.
I look at the guy and I go, "Hello, I am Skippy Dipier. I am a paradon of capitalists. No? Huh? Yes. I'm an incredibly big fan of Mr. Hate, the creator of Haterade."
Yes, Mr. Hate, he's a busy guy, but I'm here, to try and sell the brand as best I can. So
and I go, "You're very beautiful, by the way. You exude capitalistic energies." Like for a second I looked at you and I thought, "Oh, this is capitalism incarnate. If capitalism was a god, you would be kind of like a an avatar."
You gotta stop. He blush it. He's a snail. I don't know if snails can blush.
Yeah. And I kind of look at him and go, "Someone as incredibly capitalistic as you must have some form of idea where Mr. Hate is."
He's in the back, but he's
he's in the back. And I go,
"No, he's busy. I don't know."
Oh, come on. You're so beautiful. What we call magnifique means beautiful.
You play too much.
I do not play, my friend. I'm completely serious.
My friends.
Chamomile and Ulysses, what are you doing during this?
I have a plan to change my ways. I did not know that capitalism was the enemy of love. And as an agent of love, I have been a fool. Chamomile, come with me. I will describe to you my plan as Scoopay.
Destroy my plan?
No, I will describe my plan as Scoopay.
The word escaped your mouth. It's unconscious.
Inserts himself into the fighting ring. Okay. He steps like 6 feet away. So, those are copper wires leading to probably the main source of whatever their distillation is, correct?
Maybe.
Do you know what destroys copper? Ammonium. Do you know what ammonium comes from?
No.
Urea, or piss. Now, if I can buy everyone in the area a round of drinks during
I love where this is going, by the way.
during the fighting, I can hide in the bathroom stalls and collect and concentrate the urea to create a massive influx of ammonium and destroy the copper wires while the both of you are causing distractions in the fighting arena.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't ammonia like toxic?
Yes, to copper.
But to people with lungs?
Yes, but once the copper is dissolved, I assume it'll target the copper first. And then once it's done with that, we can just run away because the Haterade will probably flood the area or something like that. Maybe some smoke, I don't know. One step at a time.
Maybe we can hold off on that. That seems like a multi-step plan.
Yes, then I will reach...
That involves more piss than I'm comfortable with.
Very well. I will reach the
There is a level of you're comfortable, but it's like too much compared to that.
This is too much piss.
I will reach the halfway point of my plan. Will you come up with a second one? I have a lot of money, so I will be ordering everyone a round of drinks. And I will disappear from the premises. If you need me, just knock on a certain door. I assume you know which one. I will be behind collecting piss.
That door.
You guys turn back and
I'm running over there with my big bag of money.
You like run over to the bar. Chamomile, you watch as Ulysses runs over to the bar with his like comical money bag and
to go buy some piss.
to go create piss, and Scoopit is making out with the snail behind you, and I think that's probably
a French kiss, you know.
I think that's probably where we'll go on break.
Okay.
It's a good place to go. I'm so
Wow.
sorry. I literally just did like some Google searches. I was like, all right, what are some things that corrode copper? Because you said all the copper wires or pipes lead to one place. I was like, how do I break it with piss?
A very interesting plan.
Yeah, it won't work, but we'll find out.
Go on like a 10-minute break.
It doesn't work. Yeah, it might not be that long. I don't know what we need to do. But,
okay. Yeah, for sure.
We will cut away. Yeah, thank you for watching, and sorry that you're watching. Thank you so much, Eldritch, for being a part of this. Sorry that you're a part of this, and we'll be back.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Can they still hear you? Okay.
We're back.
We're here. We have the sound of the fighting. It's like that scene in the Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey Jr. where they're all fighting and they're all screaming at Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr.'s in the scene, by the way, because I'm the DM and I can choose.
Oh,
that.
okay. Just like genuinely the actor. Yeah, thank you.
It's he's very confused. It's not the character Sherlock Holmes fighting. It's Robert Downey Jr. known for playing Iron Man in the Marvel.
He's a fit guy though, so he's probably holding his own.
He's holding his own pretty well, but they've made him fight. Everyone keeps like RDJ, and like everyone's really hyping him up, and he's maybe a couple rounds away from really being able, really struggling.
Oh, okay. It's a stamina battle against Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. is in the pit right now, waiting for his next challenger. We have the bar ready, full of Haterade. We got the copper pipes. We have the flail snail who has a tie, talking with Scoopid, and yeah, I don't know who wants to do something next.
I'll be in the background just ordering people drinks.
Yeah, people are loving it. They're ordering all kinds. You're getting the berry, you're getting the cherry flavor, lemon lime flavored, cool blue.
Probably raspberry for just a few people.
Raspberry flavored. There's like no one's drinking the orange flavored, even though the orange flavor is personally my favorite.
There's
Haterade.
also like there's this cheesy flavor blasted one that they're trying. This is kind of like the testing ring, and no one's really taking to it. So I'm like nursing it but hating it. Like I gotta make this.
The bartenders appreciated that someone's order it and is like getting it down. Like he really, testing has not done well on the product.
But they still paid for manufacturing, so it's got to go somewhere.
And that's why most of it is kept in stock at the actual warehouse, because they can't move units. They have to.
That's fair.
Kind of keep everything in. You've been talking to the bartender about this.
About my plan.
Chamomile, what about you? Where are you at on this?
I think I'm gonna try to break it up between Flail Snail and Scoopid.
You're able to kind of like wedge them apart. You see the Flail Snail kind of
my face full of snail gunk.
snail slime. And he says, "Oh, excuse me, he takes the notepad and like writes a number, and he puts his name on it.
I put it. I kiss it and put it inside my armor.
Very
in
cool.
my boob space.
He's like, I'll be right back, and he kind of, just the
That's
slowest,
close.
Barely
look at
moving.
him. Look at him go. He is slow burning like a flame of passion.
You hate for him to leave, but you love to watch him go.
Yes.
He's
it's
just
very difficult. Yes. The trail he leaves behind is like a trail of broken hearts. Ah, what a man. Anyways, come here.
I'm not even gonna ask.
Oh, no need to ask. Everything has been told. So, what do we do now?
So did you get any information out of him?
Oh,
or was that...
Yeah. So he is a Taurus,
did you
which
get
is
something
very
else
good
out of him?
because I'm an Aries. He is 25 years old. He has two sisters, which is pretty adorable. And he does not like watching football, which is pretty cool. I don't like sports either. Also, the CEO of Hate is in the back room, and I have the key.
Oh, why didn't you start with that?
Well, because it wasn't that important. I mean, Lovis goes first. Here you go, Chief. Now tell us what to do.
Well, I think that Dr. Foria is kind of creating a good distraction over there.
I look
I'm
back,
not...
fire started. Yeah.
You can see a line forming to the bathroom as...
Oh no, it's already starting. We gotta hurry.
You see me like sneak by with a big plastic, like a Ziploc manufactured bag into the bathroom.
It has like a little drop symbol on it. Yep. Gross. You can catch Dr. Foria on the way to the bathroom.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that before mistakes are made. Doctor.
Yeah.
Can I stop you for just 1 minute?
You can stop
before
me
you go
for
and collect
minutes.
everyone's pith.
I am losing piss as we speak, but continue.
I don't think the pith will be necessary. All the pipes full of Haterade. You could like cut through them, not necessarily with ammonia, but with like a sword or an axe.
But they're made of copper.
Yeah, that's a metal. You could crush it, or just chop through it. I don't know why you're so fixated on the ammonia specifically.
Can you?
I think there are workarounds.
Bash through it with a blunt object.
Yes.
Okay, and he like I'll say that it's like a close up because I took off my jacket and my cloak, so I've just got like the suspenders and a white button up T-shirt, and he's like, then that's why I have these. And as it pans out, you see 2 maces on either of his side, both of them with little heart-shaped like tips. I suppose I could just bash it in, couldn't I?
Yes.
Very
You
well.
could.
It's just a
It will
metal
go better for everyone.
heart attached to a handle. That's the mace.
But we're wasting so much piss.
Look at the line.
Why do you want
gets
their
one
piss?
one shorter in the line. You can see like a bead of sweat on Dr. Foy. Like
He's really nervous, like he's anxious.
Are you sure this is what we want? Because we're losing this.
I suppose that is fair. I will.
Also, the piece was collected with deception, not with love. So it's not variable as a resource.
They should be
Just
pissing
so
passionately. You're correct.
Yes, they should. Everything should be done with love. From pissing to drinking beer, everything should be done with passion.
That sounds exhausting. I'm going to go have a drink. Let me know
Yes,
when you
hey.
need me to
Very
bash
exhausting.
in giant copper pipes.
Okay. What do we do, Chamamir?
There's no one that is currently sitting around the ring. It's just an empty ring. Robert Downey Jr. is in the pit, and there's like a huge line to the bathroom that's beginning to kind of like make its way around the oval. And you see Dr. Foy sitting at the bar, I guess.
Can we do like a really short smash cut to the bar?
Yeah, smash cut to the bar. You just, I don't know. I thought you were. I mean, I gave you the bag. I even put the water drop on it. You don't need it anymore, is what you're saying?
Lloyd, I have 2 20s and 2 10s in my pocket.
Well, I don't. What are you trying to say, Doctor?
I'm asking if you would pour me a drink, my friend Lloyd.
You know, you've been such a good. It's been so long since I've had a conversation with anyone. You know, I can. The next one's on the house. Don't worry about that. And don't worry, I'll make it cool blue. You know, that way you
Just slip me a bottle of bourbon, just little glass, maybe 2 ice cubes.
Burden.
Burden. You said
White man's burden, my friend. White man's burden.
Interesting that you would say that. I'm gonna glass over that with a glass of bourbon. We're gonna, and he has a draft bourbon.
A very awkward version of the scene from The Shining plays out as we pan back to the others.
So,
I kind of look back from the bar and I go, if I read his lips right, I am very concerned from the rating of our show. Beyond that, what do we do?
well, I think that a good doctor has inadvertently created a distraction. I don't think he intended to, but there is no one to look if we go right to the CEO of Hate. There's no one to
Like
stop
what you
us
see?
because they're all in line.
Then lead the way.
Should we bring Doc with us, or is he more of a liability? We kind of like look towards the bar.
I love the doctor, and that's why I think we should leave him here. Because I love him so much that I don't want him to be hated by us by ruining everything, if you know what I mean. Also, if we do need to explode the whole place, he was in the perfect position, and I look up, and most of the pipes,
most of the pipes
above him,
are like
yeah,
coming down
above
into the
him,
little
like
the little
perfect
area.
position for him just to stand up on a chair and hit them with the mace.
They're all like right
go-
there.
Yeah,
So they
we-
like
we-
converge at the main vault, and then they all split up like around the ceiling of the room,
Yeah.
and then they converge again right on top of the bar.
We
Yeah.
smash cut back to the bar, and he's like, I don't know, Doc. I just think, you know, I've been working really hard to put my kids through college, and I just feel like if anything happened to this job, it would just be really rough for me. You know, it just wouldn't be Just wouldn't be the same.
Well, my friend, I've recently learned that capitalism is the enemy of love. And if you have a wife and children, you should go to them and stop working and lose all of your money in your house and return to the woods and the forest to pick berries.
Persuasion check?
No, don't
This
let
is
him
the barkeeper.
do a persuasion check, dude.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. I was going to roll for him, but he says, Doc, I think you're right. I think, I've been just working 9 to 5.
I love
trying to
that
make a
song.
living. Yeah, well, I've been barely getting by. It's all taken and no given.
Yes,
I appreciate what you had to say, and I think maybe a lesser person would try to influence me through some sort of nefarious, horrible magic that tries to control my mind. But you know what, I think what you express is a real act of love. So I'm gonna head out of here. I'm gonna close up. So
I really appreciate that, Lloyd.
you have a good one, Doc. You have a good one.
As he
he's
clocks
going
out,
to-
I'll jump over the counter and just kind of pour myself another drink.
You're over at the bar now. You guys see as Doc jumps over like on the bar, and Lloyd walks up past you, and he sees the two of you, and he kind of puts on his jacket.
Like really wistful music playing.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, I'll see you around. I'm gonna try to get past
Like
you here.
Christmas music when the person that needed to learn the lesson just learned it,
Yeah.
and he's in
Yeah.
his way to redemption. That kind of music.
Mhm.
But this time it's a person going to live to the woods and leaving their
Yes.
family to fend for themselves.
Mhm.
He stops right before you, Chamomile, and Scoopit, and he says, "Sorry, this is gonna sound weird, but I actually don't need this anymore." And he hands over to you, Chamomile. It's his name tag. It just says Lloyd, and it says employee of Hate Incorporated. And he says, "You do whatever you want with it. I got a new life ahead of me." And he begins walking up the stairs with kind of a newfound buoyancy that he hasn't felt in many years. You hear him as he's going. You can kind of hear echo on the way as he's on the way up.
He
Honey?
jumps and clicks his heels.
You can
as
hear.
he-
You
as
can
he
hear.
does it.
Honey, no. Where are you right now? I'm coming to get you. We're pulling the kids out of school. I think we can do. We're finally gonna do it. We're finally gonna go and get that house in the woods like we've always dreamed of. I'm taking my life savings out. We can do this.
By
And
the power of love. And you look over at the bar, and I'm Lloyd.
And I kind of look at the card, put it down, and I look at Chamomile. I think this might work. I think this might work. And I show him her the card, and turn it down, and it's the same face with Foria.
Yeah,
To the fair.
Foria has turned into this person who has walked past you, the Lloyd, whose name tag you now have.
Oh, I think I understand.
I prefer this plan. It has a lot less peace than the other one.
Yes, that's definitely a plus. So, do we give him the name tag and do we send him in?
Well, I wouldn't
Wait, are
get
you
so
talking about
hasty.
me?
Wouldn't let him go alone. I mean, he could do a 180 and go back to wanting to get some peace for some nefarious reason. I think we should go with him.
And he can vouch for us as a trusted
Yes.
employee.
I'm not
Yes,
reading the
and then you
situation
have a
very
conversation with CEO Hate, and I will have my sleeve plan on my sleeve for the occasion you don't convince him.
Yeah, I think this is more plausible than any other plan we've had,
Yes,
especially Foria's.
and it has zero peace and no zero peace, which is we have some
Perfect
runs
amount.
before. It's not the first time we work together, but this time we are doing a plan with no peace involved in it, which is pretty impressive. Usually we have at least one medium to small cup
It
of
is
peace involved.
surprising. That's originally why I had this vial. It's been 3
Yes.
years since we haven't done an adventure and succeeded by the power of Uria, but here we
Yes,
are.
it's pretty.
Wait, what
Now
are we
this
doing?
is-
I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, so we came up with a plan. Lloyd gave us this, and you're now Lloyd.
Oh, yes,
Or at least
I
look like
suppose
him.
yes.
Did you assume his identity?
No, I just kind of jumped into the moment. I saw an empty bar and I was thinking about Lloyd and I didn't remember why he was here, so I jumped over and I took his place.
Okay, well, hold on to that feeling.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put this on you. And she puts on the name tag. Oh,
Don't
Be
stop
careful with the pin.
believing.
sorry about that.
Because, like,
here's the thing.
I'll say that I'm probably maybe just a slightly larger than Lloyd. So with disguise self, you just kind of reach forward and the pin just hits me straight in the chest.
So here's the plan. You're now disguised as Lloyd. So you're gonna take us to see the CEO of Hate, and he's gonna have his guard down because you're an employee and you can vouch for us.
And how are we going to take advantage of that?
Well, I want to tell him, that since we all know capitalism is the antithesis to love,
Yes, it is.
maybe we can convince him to change his ways.
So we want to convince him that the power of love is stronger than the delicious multi-million-dollar corporate image of Haterade.
Yes, absolutely.
I see no
The only
problem
way
with
he
that.
can have true love in his life is to abandon capitalism.
I suppose you are right. Here, take this. And he gives you the Lloyd pin. By the power of love, and he just creates a little Lloyd pin on his chest.
like very gross sound as it appears.
It's like fleshy, but when you finish forming, it looks.
Mhm.
It like
Makes you, like-
calcifies.
There, now we can both be
Yeah.
employees. And I'll
So
hop
I
o-
can be Lloyd as well?
You can be
Well,
Floyd.
you
if
would
want.
be Lloyd with an Y, and he will be Lloyd with an E.
Luigi.
That makes sense.
Lloyd.
Alright, let's go.
Yes.
We go to the office.
Fake walk. Fake walk. Green
you
screen walk.
You have the key. You green screen walk over the same house plant passes by you each time, much like if you were running through a house in Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
You eventually make your way to the door.
Shimmy your way.
It's like a really well developed scene. So like there's still Robert Downey Jr. fighting like a half orc in the pit, but we
Yeah.
walk by him a bunch of times and he throws the same punch over and over again.
Yeah. And when we pass, I go, don't worry, things get better after Marvel picks you up, so just look forward to that. And I keep going.
Yeah, this is pre Marvel Robert
Oh,
Downey.
yeah,
Jr.,
it's
so he's
Sherlock
going through
Holmes
some rough
1.
times.
Sherlock Holmes 1. Oh, dude. Oh, my God. He was
So-
pretty much Sherlock Holmes, but without the smart and
Yeah,
only the
yeah.
drugs.
So
Ooh.
Oh,
we
it's
make
true.
our way to
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, it is true. We make our way to the door, and it is another large, heavy iron door. But you do have the key that you got from the snail.
Yeah,
Name, and
Chamomile.
so I don't lose it because I wrote down that he had a name. It is Louis. The snail's name is Louis. Just wanted to get that out before the session ended.
Thank you.
Because I did want to give the snail a name. Louis gave you the key. You
And
were
his
able
number.
His number. His number
Yeah,
is
I'm texting him.
555.
I'm texting him. Sorry. Yeah.
Butts. Wait, no.
He's
that's
playing
the
hard to get. He's not
555
texting you
butt.
back immediately.
No, he's okay.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Did you want to, Logan? Did you want to add more about Louis the Snail? Anything else you wanted to add?
No, I was just interested in like what level of nuance that the snail was capable of understanding when it comes to texting etiquette.
He just has. I mean, his stalks are kind of difficult, so he has like sort of like an old.
Oh,
person
so he's
phone
not
that able
necessarily
to-
playing hard to get. He's having difficulty typing.
He's
It's hard
having
to
a
get.
hard time
It's-
to get the message
Fail.
out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are at the door. The door kind of opens up, and you can see that at the very end of the hallway, there is like a large vat with all of these different multicolored Haterades making their way into form like one big flavor of Haterade. And there's something that is suspended in the vat. And there is a person who, the thing in the vat is maybe like 15 feet tall. There's a person standing, looking up into the vat down at the end of this kind of like large. There's the different tanks. So it's like different tanks of the different flavors of Haterade. There's like the blue and the red and the yellow, and they all have copper pipes that go to this one large tank that has the creature
Wait,
inside of it.
okay, so there's
Creature.
the Haterade golem, and there's also the CEO, or are they the same thing?
Yes, so there's the 6 or so different flavors. Each of them are like 20 feet, have a little bit like 20 feet of space in between them.
Okay.
At the very end, with all of these large copper tubes, pour into one large vat, and there's a control panel at the front that the CEO of Hate is like at right now, looking at her Haterade-filled creation, the Haterade golem. She is wearing like a suit. She has her hair tied back into a ponytail. And as the door opens, you hear her say, "Louis, I'm going to need you to increase the lemon lime flavor from section 3. Get over there and do it now." You see she's like typing away, not fully paying attention to the three of you.
Scoopy, do as she says.
I mean, we've got the element of surprise. We should go.
Oh, never mind. Come back.
He comes back. Lloyd, are you going to increase the lemon lime Haterade or aren't you? I'm very busy focusing on this. I don't want to lose
No, I won't,
control.
because I'm not Lloyd. I'm not Louis either.
She turns around. What? Wait a minute. You're not Lloyd or Louis. What are you doing in my secret underground Haterade factory / Robert Downey Jr. fighting pit?
I'm here to make things right before the damage becomes irreparable. The damage
Damn it.
you're doing.
The
Damage
Not
that
just
I'm
with
doing.
Haterade, but by being a capitalist.
But capitalism is the driving force of our economy. It's required, and I'm filling this beautiful city with delicious, wonderful Haterade for everyone to enjoy. What could be
Haterade
wrong
that
about
makes you hate?
Haterade
You
that
could never
makes you
experience
piss.
love. And isn't love the most important thing in our lives?
Look, I think I get what you're saying, but Haterade is delicious, and I understand that we've had some problems with how fast it makes you need to go to the bathroom. But people can't survive on love alone, person who I don't know who you are.
Oh, it's chamomile, by the way.
Chamomile. It's nice to meet you. My name is Melindra C. Hate, and I am the CEO of this beautiful company. And I need to tell you that love isn't what's going to get people out there on those streets working every day. It's got to be hate. That is what I'm telling you.
That's very multidimensional. I appreciate that argument.
Yes, and she is a CEO, which is pretty cool to see.
Yes,
I've
that's
never
definitely
seen one
a
of these creatures before,
accomplishment.
but I've heard that they can survive without a heart, a functioning one at least.
I will argue that it is genuinely inspiring to see a woman leading a corporate endeavor.
Yes.
You see,
pretty
as you
good.
said, the one of the pipes begins to it seems like as she's turned away from the keyboard that she was at, the pressure begins to build on one of the like copper pipes that's going into the large vat, and you see the creature kind of move a little bit. And Melinda says, "Look, I don't know what you want from me, but I have some very important business to attend to, and where are the rest of my guards? They should have been watching Robert Downey Jr., but they should have stopped you."
We are
Well, they
enemies
were-
of business, as of approximately an hour ago.
Yes.
They changed their minds with love.
And we are hoping that you would change your mind too, Mistress. Instead of infecting people with hatred, why not infect people with love?
You know,
It's very contagious, and it would make your product way more viable.
Wait, what?
Is it-
Wait, Scoopfeed, are you seriously insinuating that you replace hate with love in a product that's addictive and
No.
sold to millions?
No, I'm
You're
talking
a
about,
capitalist!
I'm talking about her, like in her heart. If she has one. If not, we're kind of screwed because. But if you do have a heart, and I doubt it, wouldn't you mind changing it for love?
Chamomile is right, Scoopied. What you've just described is capitalism. And is that Dr. Ulysses Foria that I see, a renowned capitalist?
I'm
It
renowned.
looks like
Well, you know what they say, my dear corporate enemy. that you can't change hearts and minds in a day, but, and I hold up my little power orb, by the power of love, and I'm going to use my Fey presence.
Okay.
To charm her for 1 round to change her mind.
She's gonna be charmed for 6 seconds.
She has to make a wisdom saving throw of 14.
Okay, she's going to. She got a 7, so she is not going to. She's going to fail the wisdom saving throw.
With that time, I will walk up to her, like 10 feet away, respectfully, of course. Personal space, very important. And I have an idea. And besides me appears my steed, which is a pink pony with a unicorn horn and like a diamond butthole. And it's very beautiful.
Yes.
And very adorable. And I go, see this? Look into this. And I kneel down and I kind of pet it. Look into this pony's eyes.
I'm gonna
nice Freudian slip there.
I'm gonna pin that on the accent there.
This pony's eyes. Look at it. Isn't it? Look at it. The love inside of it.
Her eyes, since you charmed her, Doctor, her eyes are just pure black.
Okay, I'll say it's like a really weird kind of almost like light that materializes into a liquid. So like I'll do that and it like culminates from my heart and shoots off in like a little bullet and it splashes into an area around her and then immediately like crawls up her body and just goes into her eyes and it's like slowly fading away as she's looking at a donkey's butt.
She's looking into the unicorn unicorn's eyes. She said, what's happening with its eyes?
Look at them. They're filled with love. There's nothing that has the power of love more concentrated than a unicorn. A ponycorn. And I pet it.
A ponycorn. And she snaps
you.
out as the charm ends because it's a 6-second charm effect. And you were right up next to her with a ponycorn.
And I go, look at it. Wouldn't you say that this changes your mind and perspective of the world?
My magic is failing, Chamomile.
My heart.
Friendship is magic. Friendship is magic.
No, my heart has been hardened by capitalism. Don't sing me this. Don't sing me this song. I have no room for friendship.
My little pony.
This is copyrighted music, I'm sure.
My very small carrier's horse.
That's a little bit less copyrighted.
You know what I found very interesting is that the appeal of a magical unicorn, a mule, a pony, a creature, is that you could market it very easily to children.
Oh God! And then make it
Not
disappear.
now, Doctor.
I'm sorry.
It disappears.
Falling
he was in the
into
middle.
my
He
old
was
ways.
on the right track.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I know what I need to do. And she grabs your ponycorn, and she takes it and she chucks it up into the air, and it falls into the Haterade vat, and you see this like weird undulate. It looks just like a solid like mask of like clay that is in there, kind of like undulating around in the Haterade. You see it sucks into the horn onto itself, and it grows like hooves.
My sword shines with the power of love. No!
And you see her begin to climb the rung, and as she's climbing, she says, "You see, this is what capitalism does. It takes in the best parts of things to make things stronger, and together it is even stronger than love." And she jumps into the Haterade.
Whoa! Jesus!
I unhook both of my heart maces.
Yeah.
And you see the pressure begin to build in the vat as the glass begins to splinter, and this creature comes through. It is like one extremely large horse, like a cylinder, like a sausage. And it's got like big sausage hands. It's got one, and on its back is this woman. It's just her top half of her body. So it's like a full horse. You understand? Full sausage horse, but like as if she were riding it. Her torso, but she's not actually riding. She's part of the creature, and I guess we'll have everyone.
What's the sausage angle of this? I don't get that part.
Oh, it's just in the shape of it. It's just like sort of a round horse.
Okay.
It's not a well-defined horse. It's more kind of like a kid made a horse out of Play-Doh and did their very best.
Okay.
Is kind of what you're looking at. It's different colored. Let's have everyone roll initiative.
Okay.
Dr.
Got a
Euphoria
6.
got a 5.
18.
Ah.
Good. And then we're gonna have the horse, and then I'll roll for what she can do on the back. Okay. So who got a 4? What did Ulysses? What did you get?
Oh,
Can
sorry.
you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
a 5.
A 5. And then Eldritch, what did you get?
6.
Okay, so you were going to be above. All right, Scuba, you are up force. This like weird horse thing has broken free. It is right by you. You can see it dripping with these. It's sweating the multicolored variants of Haterade.
I'm
And
gonna round it so I'm 10 feet away from my friends, but still 5 feet away from the creature. And I want to be right next to my friends and to the creature, too. And I will hit it twice with my rapier. My love rapier is the lover. Sazar! 2 hits.
Okay.
First one is a... Oh, and my sword is shining, so I add my charisma modifier to my attack, so I have a plus 11 to hit. 14! Does that hit?
14 is not going to hit the thing. No, it is not.
Good.
Oof.
I didn't even want to hit it anyway. 28.
28.
17 plus 11.
Oh, on your second hit.
Yeah, my second hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit for sure.
Okay. I will use a second level. Second level Divine Strike. So that is 4 extra D8 to my damage. So that's a 9 for the actual hit. And that's 29 damage.
29
Total.
damage. All right.
And that's my turn.
Okay. It's going to be the scary horse's turn next, and this thing is going to... So where are all of you in relation to it? You're up close to it.
We're probably down on the ground, maybe near, kind of near the door, I would think.
It's going to run up to scoop it, and it is going to use its... it's going to try and hit you a couple times with its hooves.
Who?
First one is going to be a 50.
Wait, who is it? Who is it gonna try to hit?
So you.
Scooped.
Me? Okay, perfect.
17 to hit.
Does not hit. I block it with my shield.
20 to hit.
Oh, that's hit. Yeah.
And the next one is also going to hit, so it is going to deal to you. 11 plus. It's going to do 18 points of bludgeoning damage on you.
Ouch.
And it is going to try turn and look at the two of you, Chamomile and Ulysses. Chamomile, is your turn.
Okay. I would like to cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level.
Okay.
Yeah.
How far away are you from this thing? Right now it's up against Scoopy, kind of like crushing down on him with its like giant hooves.
We weren't too far away from each other when we all went to confront her.
No, I don't think so. But you're not moving away from it. You're staying up close to it.
I think I'm gonna start taking a few steps back.
Okay, and go ahead and cast Guiding Bolt.
Nope, that's gonna be a 7.
That's not gonna hit. You fire a Guiding Bolt, and the like still moving torso of the CEO of Hates like casts away your spell with some of her own magic. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Apart from taking... Actually, I'm gonna try to, like, yell at her, try to convince her a bit. So, like, I send my Guiding Bolt forward, and it basically, like, deflects off of her through magic or some sort. And as I'm like walking backwards, I'm gonna yell like, "You see, this is what capitalism has done to you. You're not even human anymore."
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
"15."
I'll roll a charisma saving throw for her. I rolled a natural 1. So this is what you see. You see her, like, look down and see that her body has become fused with this, like, horrifying, you know, My Little Pony, like, sausage Play-Doh abomination. She's like, wait, that can't be right. And she like, her body, like, begins to and like slops out of the horse. She's now underneath the horse. She like looks up at it. She begins to scamper away, looking up at the horse. But she is still in the range. The horse is like doesn't even notice that it's lost her, as the embodiment of capitalism and hate begins to rage forward. Ulysses, you are up.
Okay. 1 second. Okay. So she is like fallen out of this thing. Is it still like leaning out of the main vat, or is it like fully out?
It is fully out of it. It's like burst through the vat, and it's now locked in combat with Scoopy.
Since it's burst through the vat, is there like ooze like flowing out?
Yeah, there's like Haterade is beginning to move its
That's slander.
move its way down. It's a really thick Haterade. It's different than the one that people have been drinking. It's more sludge-like. Okay. There's some vents in the floor that are catching some of it, but so much of it has come out, and there's still some that's the emergency valves haven't really worked on some of the copper pipes that have been almost broke off. So there is some Haterade that's still kind of spilling forth. It's the orange kind. It's the
cheesy flavor blasted.
The cheesy flavor blasted kind is that no one was buying. There's a lot of backup.
Take my little vial of uride and throw it behind me. This is not going to help me, but I know what might. And I run over to it and I pull out a second vial that's got like beautiful, perfect concentration of like glowing pink energy. And when I pop it open, you hear like babies laugh. I'm like, I have to use the perfect concentration of love. Cheesy flavor blasted love. And I pour it into the stuff that's like leaking on the ground, and I will cast a what is it? Hunger of Hadar, as like it fully transitions into like this orange pink mixture, as a bunch of like strange energy just pours out of it, and is going to try and consume this sausage pony.
The baby arms come out and grab.
Yeah. It's like baby arms and like little floating bubbles of hearts that like float out and then pop into spikes.
Can we do love without involving baby arms engulfing a sausage pony?
It's too late.
This void is filled with a cacophony of soft laughter and what replaces slurping noises. I don't know.
I guess just babies laughing is still funny to me. So
yeah, but babies laughing and like what's the secondary noise?
The secondary noise, just soft harp music.
Okay, so like soft harps and baby noises and all these floats. Yeah. These hearts begin to like float out, and the baby arms start kind of like reaching and falling back into the cheesy ooze. Once the creature starts its turn in the area, it'll automatically take damage. So
okay,
that's my turn.
It's gonna be Melindra's
turn. There goes
turn.
my love, and I throw the vial back.
Very horrific. It's gonna be Melindra's turn. Let's see. I'm gonna roll to see if she's still questioning capitalism. She is still gonna be on the side of capitalism. She's going to she's going to get up, and she is going to use her action to do Fiendish Charm. And I think the purest one among you is going to be Chamomile. So she is going to try.
She's immune to charm if she's 10 feet away from me.
Oh.
Is she within 10? She moved away. I don't know if she's still.
I did move away.
Oof.
Okay, so we're going to be. We're going to have you be. Make a wisdom saving throw.
I don't have any fighting prowess. My character's got nothing.
Wait, is she 38 feet away from
Natural
me?
20.
Hey,
Oh,
natural
shit.
20. You hear her say, fight for hatred. And almost as if the goddess of love herself is working through you, you hold your hand aloft, and the dark forces of hatred are cast aside onto the ground. The hate beam that had gone towards you hits the baby arms, and the baby arms like grab it and pull them down into it.
I like that whole monologue perfectly phrases our Valentine's Day themed game.
With that is going to be that's going to end her turn, as she's going to stay on the ground. It's going to be Scoopid. It's your turn. You've got this large horse. You've got these baby arms that are like kind of flailing around by the horse. I'm
gonna hit it twice again. My rapier.
You can see in its eyes, it has the same eyes as the friend, your ponycorn, but you can tell that it's not there any longer. Your ponycorn has been consumed.
I'm gonna put down my rapier, not let it go, but
Sure.
I'm gonna touch its cheek and go, "Oh, friend, you do not understand. Love and capitalism, they are at odds, yes, but capitalism is not a person. Capitalism is a concept created by humans and mortals. Capitalism can have love in it. There are many people that follow capitalism's wicked ways, but they still find love. Levoir, you can still find love."
Make a love attack. Go ahead and roll a 20. I guess add your charisma modifier and your proficiency bonus as well.
Okay.
We're gonna make a love attack.
25.
Oh my!
I'm very
question-
good at this.
Here's the
Wow.
question: what is this thing's love AC? Should I roll, or should I assume that it has a love armor class to protect itself? Let me just do a little roll real quick.
It might be like a charisma save.
I'll make a charisma saving throw, but this thing
That was
only
really
has a
fucking
minus. This thing has a -2 to charisma, and it rolled a 10. So I'm gonna say that this works. You're gonna see the eye twitch a little bit, and a little single tear comes down as the power of love.
A cheesy
just
flavor
as-
blasted tear.
Just as Melinda, you can get a sweet. It like lands like on your face because this thing is so much bigger than you. You like get a little lick, and it's cheesy blasted. This thing rears back. As if it were, it rears back, and you can see it scream in pain as the ponycorn is like shot out and like shot into your arms, and you're holding your ponycorn, and it's trying to get away. It's very unnerved by what happened to it, but now standing before you is just this large Play-Doh monster. This Haterade golem is still lumbering over you, losing the benefits of having Melinda and the pony that have been absorbed into it.
Is this my turn? That was my action?
We'll say that was your bonus action, and
Okay.
we'll use your bonus action and your movement speed to get that done.
Okay, I'm gonna hit it twice with my rapier.
Okay,
I'm
that's
holding
fine.
my pony. Die, you piece of capitalist. Boop.
Poop.
First hit, 29. Wow.
That's gonna do it.
18 plus 11. Holy
My
shit.
goodness.
Second one, it's a 23.
Those are both gonna hit. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Oh, and I'm doing both second level Divine Smite.
Okay.
So that would be 17 plus 88, right? Yes.
I gotta go make some Haterade, but when this thing's turn starts, it's gonna take at least
And then-
6 love damage, and then, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and 37 divine damage, love damage.
37 divine love.
That's the extra beyond the 17 from before.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, this thing is definitely looks like it is over. You've done over half of its health so far, especially having lost the benefits of before. And I think it's going to take at least 6 damage. I don't know if that was Logan's roll on it, but we'll have him roll when he gets back. This thing rears, comes. Are you still holding your pony? Did you attack like this? You're still holding your pony?
Yeah.
This thing is going to lean over top of you and is going to just open its maw wide and let loose with a barrage of Haterade, which is going to pour down on top of you.
Okay.
So I'm going to need you, and I guess you can roll for your pony on this.
Okay.
Logan, the thing started its turn. How much damage does it take?
It takes 6 love damage, and it will have to succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I'm imagining it's going to. Oh, hold on. I was looking at the wrong stat block. No. 22.
Yeah, that
it's
beats
probably
it.
going to succeed on.
I don't think
Okay.
it takes that damage. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
So the little hearts will probably like pop and just shoot spears into it. But that's it.
As that happens, this thing is going to lean over, opens its maw wide, and pour just a torrent of Haterade onto our onto our friend and his horse.
Oh, no.
So I'll need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay. What's my pony's modifier, by the way?
For love, I don't understand what you mean.
For the Constitution save.
What is your modifier?
I rolled a 7 plus 4 because of my aura. 11. And for the pony, what do I roll? D20 and add a 4. Because of my aura of protection.
Oh, for the pony. The pony gets a +1 to Constitution.
So a +5 total. My pony got a 23. I got an 11.
Ooh.
Okay, you are going to fail. You're going to take...
That's what my parents said to me.
Oof. Oh my gosh, really? You guys aren't going to believe this, but I rolled 3d6 and they all came up 6.
No, you bastard.
Which is 18 plus the... I have to do math.
Bye, Scoopay.
No, I'm fine, actually.
Okay. Yeah, you're.
It's gonna be 30 because I rolled some more dice. 34 damage. Your horse is gonna take 17, and I don't know. I think your horse is barely hanging on. Your pony corn is not very strong.
It's okay. He's a creation of my magic anyway. So.
Okay. So that is going to be this thing's turn. It's now going to be Chamomile's turn. And I think this thing is down definitely below half health at this point.
All right. In that case, I'm going to throw another guiding bolt at 3rd level this time.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Roll to hit.
Oh, sorry. Roll to hit.
Probably not, though.
Whenever I hear guiding bolt, I always think of magic missile, and I'm like,
Yeah, I think of like magic missile, but with guidance. It's a weird spell.
yeah.
No, that's going to be a 13. I guess not.
That is gonna hit because the thing's armor class I had go down. That was its original armor class, which has gone down since it lost the horse and also
It's a big old ooze.
Melindra. That's gonna hit, so you can roll damage.
So 66
Oh, 3 away.
is going to be 23 radiant damage.
23 radiant damage. Yeah.
My God.
This thing, like a huge thing of this, like clump of it, just like falls off and like sponges out a whole bunch of this disgusting Haterade that the baby arms like take and pull into the love dimension.
Yeah.
Ulysses, it's gonna be your turn.
Uh-oh.
Could I use my
sorry.
movement to like run over to the CEO of Hate and kind of like shield her?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you can get in front of her. Sure. That is gonna be Ulysses' turn.
How big is this thing?
It's about like 15 to 20 feet tall.
Okay, I have a couple bags of sand. If I huck those, it's probably not gonna slow it down too much, is it?
You could try.
I think. Yeah, you know what? Ulysses is kind of his combat ability is already done. So I have a couple like bags of sand, and I'm just gonna unleash both of them and just huck them at the thing. So sand goes flying. I'm hoping that it. I don't really know, but they're in there now.
Technically, you have advantage to throw sand at it.
Yeah. So go ahead and make a ranged attack with the sand. To chuck the sand at it.
Okay. A 15, so that's gonna hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. You watch as this thing. Just to clarify, does sand have some sort of property in combat that I'm not aware of?
No, but if this thing is like gelatinous or
Okay,
like
so
fluid, then it's gonna solidify it a little bit. That's about
you've
it,
anticipated a little bit of what I thought would happen. So as you the sand hits this thing, it's like, and it looks like the sand hitting it was very painful. As you see like a part of it dry up and like fall off, and this thing like takes its large hand and it goes, and it like a straw comes up and it begins to like suck some of the juice out of itself to regrow the part that fell off. But it's gonna go ahead and make me do we'll say how many bags did you throw?
Just 2.
Good, 2d6. Roll 2d6 for me.
Okay.
Roll
6.
sand damage.
Yeah, go ahead and roll sand damage. How much sand
6.
damage? 6.
Sand.
Ooh,
I'm
this thing's
doing love damage and sand damage. You guys are better than Ulysses at everything.
It's gonna be Melindra's turn, but with you standing over her, Chamomile, she's gonna be so taken aback that you'd be willing to protect her after what that she tried to do to you, that she is going to end her turn, just kind of in stunned silence, literally stunned. Scupid, you're covered in this Haterade. You can't sue us. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna, as a free action, I can make my steed disappear, so it goes away, and I will touch myself and cast Lay on Hands, and I will restore myself 33 points of health, which is the rest of the points I still have.
Okay.
So, and then I will say, "You big piece of trash, come and get me if you can." And that's it.
That's gonna end your turn. Watching you move over behind, in front of Melindra, as an act of pure love, Chamomile, has caused this Haterade golem so much confusion and anger because it just couldn't comprehend anyone that would do something for themselves and not for their own benefit. As a being of pure capitalistic hate, it is going to come over and
It takes
you're gonna get
8 love damage.
Okay, it's going to take 8 love damage.
And it's got to make a dex save, yeah.
Oh, a dex
It's also
save.
difficult terrain, but...
Okay, well, I don't think
it has to pry itself out of the love.
It got a 19 on the dex save.
It beats it.
And so it's going to pry itself out of the love. Funny enough, this thing actually has a thing where it can use its bonus action to move its speed towards a hostile creature that it can see. So it's going to use its bonus action to move forward to you, Chamomile, and is going to make some attacks on you. To make 3 attacks. The first one's 17.
That hits.
19.
She's not
That
anywhere
hits.
near 5 feet away from me, right?
And I don't think so at all. And the next one's going to hit as well. So that's going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage, 7 points of bludgeoning damage for 15, and then so 20 points of bludgeoning damage at all in all. And it is going to attempt to grapple you as it hits you with its large, like...
And she's not 10 feet away from me either, right?
I think she's further away from you.
How much damage is that in total?
20.
20. Okay.
It rolled a 14 to grapple you. So you have to make a strength. I think it's a saving throw
Strength saving throw. Okay.
for grappling.
Athletics or acrobatics against their athletics or acrobatics, I think. Unless this is an ability.
You can do athletics. You can do athletics or acrobatics, I guess.
But wait, if this is an ability that has a DC of strength save, though, it should be that.
Oh, I just am rolling for the just roll against. We'll do a contested grapple thing, so you can do athletics or acrobatics for it to grapple you.
That'd be like a 12
Yeah,
for acrobatics.
It's going to grab you and attempt to like suck you into the capitalism, and you're struggling to like resist as you're holding on to for dear life. But it is gonna be your turn. So this thing is like has you in its maw, or has you in its hand, and is kind of like waving you around. So it's your turn.
I do love Guiding Bolt, but it's a ranged spell, so at melee it would be a disadvantage. However, I also have the spell Inflict Wounds, which is a melee spell
There we
attack.
go.
Perfect for situations like this.
Okay. You can go ahead and I
Rush
think,
it.
would you roll with advantage with the fact that it is right up on you because you're like touching it? I'm
can
gonna
do
say
that if you like.
I'm gonna say you would if like it's just like a large monster that has you in its hand. Yeah, you can roll with advantage.
15.
It's gonna hit.
Then damage. I'm casting it at 3rd level, by the way.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't even
trust
have
you.
Okay.
one of those.
Yeah. Okay,
Logan, if
so
you're
it's
trying to
gonna
say
take
something,
5d10
Oh.
necrotic damage,
5d10.
which is gonna be 26 in total.
How, through the power of love, do you end this being?
Like, as she's grappled by this horrible gelatinous thing filled with hate and capitalism, she's gonna like bop it.
Twist it.
And then through her divine magic of love, just like suck all the evil out of it and like nullify it. Make it clean, fresh air.
So you like, do you concentrate it or does it just like fizzle out into nothing?
It fizzled out to nothingness.
Careful. It is just it fizzles away. You can hear its horrifying scream as you just like have in your hand like just a perfectly shaped multicolored heart that you can tell is has all the different flavors of the Haterade swirling about in it. You have it in your hand, and you can see Melinda. She kind of like gets up from off the ground. She was like, I must have been wrong. The power of love, it's stronger than the power of hate and capitalism. It's strong.
It's surprisingly epic. I have recently discovered.
Oh no. But I've said so much. She looks around at her like different like Haterade machinery. I have to tear it down.
You look back at her like control panel, and it's just a bunch of different like Reddit and Twitter pages.
like pouring into the Haterade.
Yeah,
there's like a filter. There's like a filter, like a Reddit filter that the Haterade passes through. She goes over to her control panel and she goes, I have to self-destruct, but someone has to stay behind to make sure that
I'll do
the
it.
destruction works.
Okay, my pony appears.
No,
Well, Ulysses, what did you say?
I said I would like to do it.
But this is my doing. You shouldn't. You're an agent of love. You shouldn't have to sacrifice yourself on my account.
You see, a normal a person with a basic common mentality would conclude that to do this for you in your stead is an act of love. But in reality, I have committed numerous war crimes, and I do believe that execution by my own hand is much more comforting to myself than being arrested. Likely tomorrow, I do believe, if I were to return home, that is what would happen. So I would be more than happy to let you live a new life in my stead.
She looks over for like an approval from you, Chamomile and Scoopede.
Please let me die.
Okay.
I mean, if that's what brings you love in your heart, Dr. Foria.
He goes over.
It does
and,
not be very dramatic. Yeah.
He grabs like both the keys that you have to turn in order to shut everything off in both of his hands, and he's like, "You know, they say, if you love something, let it go. Now go."
I pick up the CEO of Hate. I cannot remember her name.
Melinda Hate.
Melinda Hate. I pick her up and book it.
You carry her, and you have Scoopede riding on his ski. You get Scoopede. You pick up Louie, Robert Downey Jr. is running alongside you.
I pick them both and I go on top of my pony and we ride.
As you can hear like the line of the people in the bathroom like screaming as you all kind of make your way out past Mike, past Roger, out into the streets, trying to get away from the building. Ulysses, you're alone. You can see you go up to the two, you put in both of the keys. They should be further away for this to make sense, but you're able to get both keys in at once and turn both of them as you see you kind of backed up the Haterade, as you can see the various, the rivets kind of like struggling against the pressure that's building in the pipes. You take a deep breath, and I think looking back on the hate crime or the war crimes that you've committed,
none of them were committed as acts of hatred. They were just war crimes.
War crimes in the name of love.
Yes.
You see you see two metal beams on the ground, which remind you of a railroad track. In a sense of poetic justice, you strap yourself in to the.
Okay.
To the.
I'll say like I have a flashback of like a very American superhero who's got like the spandex and the tights and the little Speedo, and I see him like I have a flashback of when he got hit by a train trying to save the person that he loved, and in reality I loved him, but I could never bring myself to say it, so now I'm gonna go see him. I'm gonna go see this spandex guy.
You open up the locket that you keep under your shirt, and it's a scene of that superhero running towards the train, like that. You were just able to get a picture of him like as he was running towards the train.
It's like a weird little locket that has 2 pages, and I flip it back and forth, and it's him getting hit and him running.
And you close it up, give it a little kiss, and you bury it in. And Chamomile and Scoopy, you're outside. You finally got everyone away. You see the hot dog vendor, and as the two of you are just waiting there, you kind of put Melindra down. All of you looking up at the smoke, the stacks. You hear the sound of a large explosion as now Loverade shoots into the sky, the multicolored liquid dispersing the smog that hits over the city. And with one act of selfless love, Ulysses' selfless act has cleansed the hate. It's the exact opposite
Euphoria's act.
Dr. Euphoria's act has cleansed this Haterade, turned it into Loverade. A multicolored rain comes down over the city, hitting people, and as they're hit with this Loverade, they kind of wake up within themselves and recognize that they have more to live for, and that they throw down. The workers seize the means of production. Everyone's
continue, please.
Happy. Everyone's happy, and we cut to far into the forest. There is a woman. She's pregnant. She's sitting on a porch of a wooden log cabin, stirring some iced tea, and a man comes in. He has an axe over his shoulder. He wipes some sweat from his brow. He kisses his wife, and you hear the wife say, "Oh, Lloyd, the newspaper came. I went and picked one up from downtown. I thought it's something you should see." And he opens up the newspaper, and it says, Dr. Ulysses Foria sacrifices or killed in tragic accidents. And then underneath it's a city cured of Haterade plague. And Lloyd just like kind of takes it. He sees your picture in the obituary. Mm-hmm. He just kind of looks up into the sky, and that is where we will end the session for tonight.
I also I want there to be like an online reprint where it's like war criminal worldwide is escapes sentence by posing himself as bartender. Beautiful. Just a beautiful ceremonious ending. I would like to know where Scoopay and Chamomile wind up after this venture.
Yeah, where do they end up
before it goes
going?
down.
Well, obviously, I'm the one leading the overthrow of capitalism. I'm the one
Oh.
claiming the means of productions for the workers.
All right.
I retire to a very out of the way house in Paris with my new boyfriend and future husband, who also happens to be his name and is perfectly fine.
It's like the Eiffel Tower, and then they come up and
It's the Eiffel's Tower, and it's in a B.
you're at like a
shape.
nice little French bistro, and there's just like you, like a normal like half elf person, and then like a full snail. Just
Yes, and we are eating. The monsieur comes and goes, "Sir, no. We do not eat snail."
Smash cut to the
cool.
credits.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
And like a song, like one of those classic summer songs plays.
No, it's These Dreams by Heart starts playing
Oh
at
my
the end.
God.
These dreams go
All right.
on.
Thank you.
Sweet dreams are made.
There's a weird username. I think it's, like Disney XD. How it's like
Yes.
a laughing face that has its eyes closed.
Mm-hmm.
This person, it's like a tongue out version of that, and it's like XP to level 3. I don't get the rest of it, but
I don't get the reference.
Yeah, no, they donated $5.69, saying love damage and sand damage, which thank you very much for acknowledging that, and thank you for the donation, whoever you are. I hope that you're definitely not here next week when we play again.
And get a better username as well.
Yeah, seriously.
One that,
Yeah,
like,
gosh.
doesn't.
It's cringy, man. Yeah.
Cringe.
Peace.
Bye.